Hello, everyone, and welcome to Head Starts Reading Corner. I am Miss Sharon, and today I have a special story. This story is about a rope that became many things, a rope that traveled a long way. So this story is called "This Is the Rope," and this is by Jacqueline Woodson. And in her story, she would like for young children to see themselves in the stories. Her stories kind of flow kind of like poems or songs. And so she was really good at writing. And the person who did the pictures for her his name was James Ransom. And if you look at it, look at those. It looks like painting or chalk or something. Very beautiful pictures. And so we're going to read this story. This is the rope. This story is actually like from the Great Migration, from people that was going from the south up to the north. Okay? And so they lived in a state that is called South Carolina. And they're going to move to another state. Okay? This is the rope my grandmother found beneath an old tree a long time ago, back home in South Carolina. This is the rope my grandmother skipped under the shade of a sweet smelling pine. A sweet smelling pine is a pine tree. This is the rope that my grandfather used to tie the few things they owned to the top of a car that drove my grandmother, who was a mother now, from South Carolina all the long way to a place called New York City. So remember Grandma who was playing jump rope under the tree? She's now a grown up with her own baby, and they're going to use the rope to tie their things down so that they can go to New York City. This is the rope that my grandmother held tight to as my grandfather drove real slow past the people and big city buildings that seemed to go on and on and on. She was holding on to the rope, as they drove really slow through the town. This is a rope that my grandmother used to dry the sweet smelling flowers she grew in small window boxes, reminding her of the flowers back home where the land, she said, went on and on and on. Can you see the rope back there? And it's got the flowers that she got hanging to dry. Do you remember what was her town? Where was the state that she came from? Leonardo said South Carolina. And what city did they move to, Jamari? New York City. Okay. This is the rope that my grandfather strung so that my mama's diapers could blow dry in the hot city breeze. See, the diapers are hanging over there to dry. So this must have been a long time ago because they don't have Pampers and pull-ups. So they had real diapers that you had to wash. And this is the rope that my mom tied around a small ducky's neck, then pulled it along singing quack, 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 quack. She was singing to her ducky. This is the rope my mama held out to the girls on the block, her new Brooklyn block, a home of their own that they finally owned. Mama asked shyly, "Anybody want to play?" See, all these girls already lived there. This is the rope that my mom first tripped on as she sang with her friends. Miss Lucy had a baby. She named him Tiny Tim. Now that's a very old song, and I got an old book that we have that song in, so maybe we might get a chance to try to sing it. This is the rope my mama's brother took from her room for some crazy game that little boys play. So he took the rope from her room. You think he should have asked her first? Yeah, Cam, I think so too. This is the rope that my mama found again 10 years later when my grandfather said, "We need a bit of a rope to tie these things down inside this here car, like that rope we used to have from back home." Then he drove with my mom off to college, far away from the city, while up in the window my grandmother waved. See Grandma in the window? And there's her mom getting ready to go to college. Look at all the pictures. This is the rope my mama placed on the piano around family photos and me, just a baby and then a bit bigger, already reaching for it. This is the rope my daddy used when he showed me the way to tie a sailor's knot. 2 times around and pull it really tight. You want whatever you make or do in your life, my dad said, to last. You want it to last. So if you look close on the picture, she has the rope that her and her dad had made the sailor's knot. This is the rope my mama turned as she waved to my daddy and taught me to sing the Miss Lucy song out on our sidewalk right here in Brooklyn just last Friday night. And see, it's just her and her mom. So her mom tied the rope to the lamp pole and she turning it. And it helps her turn it by herself. This is the rope that held up the sign saying, "We're all family," at our picnic reunion in the big park up the street from our home. Everybody is at the park for the big picnic. This is the rope, threadbare and graying, that I traded with my grandma for a brand new one. Then I jumped a new jump. My name is Beatrice. I come from Brooklyn. As my family smiled proudly and the sun began setting, as Grandma held on to her rope from back home. And Grandma gave her a new rope. And then if you look in Grandma's hand, Grandma has the old rope, and the old rope was turning gray. It done had a long life. And her long ago memory of a sweet smelling pine. You remember what the pine was? What is that? A tree. Now, the song that they were singing in the book 2 times was Miss Lucy. Miss Lucy is in this book that I have. And this is a book that I bought a long time ago when I first became a teacher, and it's called Shake It to the One That You Love the Best. Play songs and lullabies. And so I am going to try to sing Miss Lucy. Miss Lucy had a baby, she named him Tiny Tim. She put him in the bathtub to see if he can swim. He drank up all the water, he ate up all the soap. He tried to eat the bathtub, but it wouldn't go down his throat. Miss Lucy called the doctor called the nurse. Miss Lucy called the lady with the alligator purse. In came the doctor, in came the nurse. In came the lady with the alligator purse. Chickenpox, said the doctor. Measles, said the nurse. Mumps, said the lady with the alligator purse. Out went the doctor, out went the nurse, out went the lady with the alligator purse. And that's the end, and that's how that song goes. It's a silly song. It's a song that you sing when you're playing jump rope. And so, in our story, remember, she was playing jump rope. And that is the end of our story. And Miss Sharon wants to say that I wish all my friends well, and I want you to come back and see us here at the Head Start Reading Corner, because I am having lots of fun reading all these old stories with you and singing these songs from when I was younger. That was a long time ago. So remember to come back and spend time with us at the Head Start Reading Corner. Thanks. Bye-bye.